folks, JD here, and today we're going to revisit this little guy. I love this guy. Now, I had a bit mixed feelings when I first took off because it was quite wavy, quite jittery, but then it just kind of seemed to fly and it flew really nicely. Worked our way through the different speed modes and every single speed mode was good. The only problem I had was that I couldn't get this thing to flip. No matter how many times I tried to push the button, it just wouldn't flip. So I thought today we'd revisit it, we'd bring it back out. The weather is totally different today. It's not icy, it's very overcast, and it's quite mild. So I thought we'd take this back out, see how it fares, see how the barometer does in a different weather type, as well as trying to get this to 3D flip. That's what I really want to see it happen. That's what I really want to see it do. So, with that, let's take this guy up. Alright, so now we've got, what I've done so far is just set up the quadcopter to relay back to my smartphone here. Let's record some video. There we go, all calibrated, all ready to go. Okay, so let's take her up. And up she goes. There she is. Right, so, quite nice and stable, to be honest. I'm just controlling her direction a little bit. Yeah, I like that. Now, what I enjoyed about this last time is that it was just so much fun. It's a little bit twitchy to start off with. I anticipated that this time because of obviously the last time that we flew her. So now, hopefully, yes, she's a lot nicer. Her movements are quite jittery, but they're very responsive. This is what I'm finding now with a lot more quadcopters which are coming out. They're a hell of a lot more sensitive, which is pretty good. I mean, they fly around without any issues. They increase altitude, decrease altitude, everything without any issue. Now this is speed mode 2. As we saw the other day, speed mode 2 is pretty fast. It's not as fast though as the 3 beeps, speed mode 3. And here she goes. And she's ripping up the air. Obviously the longer that you have her working in speed mode 3, the shorter the battery life is going to be. So with that, I'm going to change her back down to speed mode 1. Okay, for love nor money, I cannot get this thing to 3D flip. That's what all these beeps are. This is what I'm trying. I accidentally pushed her into headless mode, but I cannot get it to flip. Right, emergency stop, yes, but not flip. Okay, so the one problem, the reason I can't get it to 3D flip is the fact that the 3D flip button is the same button as emergency stop. So it's long pull, long press for emergency stop, single push for 3D flips. But she just will not do it. Which isn't really that much of a big issue. I mean, the flight is enjoyable on its own. But it's just, if the feature is advertised, I'd very much like to use it. And it's just, yeah, it's not working at all. But flight-wise, very, very, very nice. Flies extremely well, extremely true, is extremely stable. No problems with direction, any sort of input into the transmitter. The quadcopter relays very, very easily and very quick as well. So what I'm going to do, right, connected to Wi-Fi. Let's go back. Is this live? Yes, there we go. Altitude hold on. There is a 360 flip button. Let's take her up and let's see whether that 360 flip button is going to work. Now, I've never known it to work in a smartphone app. Let's give it a try. Okay, so push in the button now. Nope. Okay, so that doesn't work, but the rest of the transmitter does. And works quite well. Again, very responsive. If it wouldn't be just for the fact that there's no tactile feedback on a smartphone, I would say that I'm still using the transmitter because it's still acting so incredibly quickly. Every single movement I make is just being relayed, you know, without any issue. Very, very good indeed. Alright, well, there we go. Unfortunately, couldn't do the flips, but did some nice twirls instead. Let's bring her down, take her out one last time, and then let's bring her down. Okay, and let's land. Okay, so thoughts on this guy again? Well, again, flawless flying. Absolutely 100% flawless. My big issue is that if you're going to have a feature like 360 flips, you want that feature to work. Now, the 360 flip button is also the emergency stop button. So if you long push it, the copter falls out of the sky. If you click it once, it's meant to then, obviously if you push the direction as well, it's meant to then 3D flip, same as any other copter, but it doesn't. So there's no 3D flips, unfortunately, but flying is amazing. The camera I find a little bit off-putting, slightly. It's a little bit too fisheye for me. Obviously it is wide angle, but even when you're looking at a lot of wide angle lenses, there's not that much of a curve, whereas with this, there really is. It's almost fisheye. But other than that, again, I really enjoyed. As a flying copter, absolutely brilliant. First class, really good. So, there we go. Thanks ever so much for watching and listening, folks. I've been JD, you've been fantastic as always. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Hello and welcome to all the new subscribers. I hope you're enjoying the channel. So until next time, my friends, happy flying.